San Diego, unsigned hype. Some things I want to ask you, you being an established model and doing your thing, kind of how did you get started in the whole modeling game, as we would say?
I actually got into it because a girlfriend of mine was a photographer. So
Right.
she was using me as the guinea pig, and she took a bunch of pictures, and I had some girlfriends that did show before. So
Right.
I sent all my stuff into show, and then Sean had me come in and audition, and I went to LA and shot the next week, and that's kind of how it just snowball effect.
Kind of snowballed.
Yeah.
So it wasn't something that like you always might have thought about, or it was just more something you kind of just fell into?
It's not, I've always been a camera hoe, like everybody says, because I'm always taking pictures. I love taking pictures of myself. So it was kind of something that just fell into it. And I
Right.
think when you get to a certain point in your life, if you have enough confidence in yourself and you want to do it, you should
Right.
go for it. So that's kind of what I did. And it's kind of just snowballed. I mean, everybody that you meet, networking and being out, not really in the industry, it just kind of goes.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun.
What do you say is probably the hardest thing right now about being in the model industry?
There's a lot of competition, and I think that everybody thinks that they can be a model if they have a big butt, especially when it comes to that industry, the urban modeling industry. People forget that if you don't have a personality, if you have a bad attitude, if your morals aren't there, because there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff that you have to deal with.
Right.
But if you keep a straight business, you know who you are, I think you go a lot farther versus, everybody talks. So even everybody behind the scenes knows if you don't show up for shoots or if you're doing things you're not supposed to be doing with certain people, thinking it's going to get you farther ahead, it's not a good thing.
Right,
So
right.
I really, really think that there's just a lot of all that going on, and I think like a lot of girls are getting into it for the wrong reasons. A
Right.
lot of hype, a lot of stuff like that. So with me, I'm really business. I know what I'll do. I know what I won't do. I won't do anything that's gonna make me look bad as a person.
Right. You're not
I
gonna.
think it's just that everybody is an individual.
Yeah, you're not gonna do anything that's gonna assassinate your character.
Exactly, because I don't want to look back on this and think of anything negative. I want it to always be something positive that I did. So, and it's just for fun. I have my career. I'm a nurse. So,
Oh, okay.
This for me is just more fun.
Well, like saying that, a lot of things that you see going on, what would you say are some of the things that you've learned now in this game that you probably wish you might have known maybe a few years back just getting into it?
Really, I think when I got into it, I already knew that. I had a lot of girlfriends that already did it. And
Right.
if you are into it, already morally strong in yourself and kind of what you will and won't do, and you keep it business, you can do it. But I think a lot of the younger girls, like young ones that have never done it before, get into it and they get pressured into doing things they really don't want to do. So,
Right.
that's the hard part. That's really the hard part. So.
What do you say that, how important is it to be able to have a certain relationship with your photographer? Like, what's the best way or the best type of relationship to have with a photographer?
Business. You got to have a really good loosey-goosey attitude. You can't be stuck up. You can't have certain ways because every photographer is different. Everybody has their own style of what they want you to do and not do. So you have to be a good judge of what you will and won't do. If you think that they're being a certain way because of, whatever reasons that they want, but if it's really professional and they're treating you in a professional way and you have a good attitude about it, your picture's going to turn out amazing.
Right.
So I think that you have to be able to vibe with the photographer. If you don't have a good vibe, if you can't get along with them, it's really, really hard. It's really hard.
Right. So what do you think some of these young girls should probably do trying to get into this? Like, what would be the best way for them probably start approaching, say, okay, I want to be a model, I want to get known, I want to get my photographs or portfolio out there. I mean, rather than the way that they're just trying to take little Facebook pictures, what would be a better way for them to try to get in the game?
I think a lot of it depends on what avenue you want to go, because you've got the glamour, you've got the runway, you've got the whole Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model.
Right.
There's a lot of ones that get into the videos, and we always hear they see every girl in everybody's video, and you get played out, so then nobody
Right.
wants you in print. And then you've got the girls who have done all the covers. Either their covers didn't do that well, so they didn't go that far. So it's almost one of those things, I think, that you start out small and you kind of just